Hello everyone. Today's video is about therapy. Therapy, how to get rid of trauma if you are carrying trauma, that is, or even negative feeling. And even pain, some kind of pain which you feel in your body when you think about certain past memories. So if you like the sound of this, stay with me right to the end. My name is Javed. I am a applied psychology life coach, and I use hypnosis and neuro-linguistic programming to help all my clients. And in this video, I am going to show you, basically teach you things that you can do by yourself to get rid of any uncomfortable feeling from the past, which might be stopping you from moving on, trying new things, or just holding you back. So let's begin. Now, the technique or the concept, I should say, that I'm going to share with you guys, it has been studied so much by neuroscientists. And what that is called memory reconsolidation. So what that is, I will explain, and then I will show you how to use it on yourself, because I do use this in my therapy session. Now, therapy is different from coaching, guys. Keep that in mind. Therapy is to do with the past. Coaching is to do with the future. So let's begin. When we think about certain past memories, and every time we think about something and we keep on thinking about the same memory, we tend to consolidate them. We make them stronger. Now, a time comes when we don't even have to think too much about a certain memory. It just comes up in your body and you feel it. And that's called memory consolidation. And it's the same thing, when you learn something new. Like, we repeat until it becomes automatic. So it's the same thing, really. If something has happened in your life which shouldn't have, and if you keep thinking about it, you are really consolidating, which is not good for your health. So what we need to do is erase the emotions or diminish the emotions or get rid of the emotions that they are connected with that memory. Because memories are stored in our brain and they are stored with the emotions. Every memory will have its own emotion. So today we are talking about negative emotion. Now, if someone have had an experience and they are carrying the trauma just simply means the feeling in your body. Every time you think about that memory, a person feels it so much that they feel helpless and hopeless. So I'm going to share a couple of techniques with you. Number one is to learn to disassociate from that memory. In other words, learn to distance yourself from the memory. Because what it is, we think of memories in our head. It's almost like if there's a movie running from the past. Now, the technique is called disassociation. And all you have to do for this one is just have faith in the process of what I'm about to share with you. Now, the process is this. I would like for you to see that memory in front of you. Imagine that there is a screen, and you can even think of that you are watching it on a mobile, like mobile, but which is in the distance. That's what the main thing is. The whole idea is to create distance between you and the memory. And please believe me on this. Once you are able to do this, I want you to experience something. Now, once you have created some kind of screen, a mental screen that you can see the memory on, and let me tell you, you can, because I do this all the time with my clients. And even if I have some kind of confusion, I do the same thing with it. So once you have created, now for this you can keep your eyes closed or open, it doesn't matter. But it's much easier when the eyes are shut. So all you do is you just imagine that memory, just imagine seeing it on a screen. Then what I want you to do is start pushing that screen into the distance, maybe inch by inch, and notice how the feeling of that memory begins to change, because all memories are emotional. You're going to feel the emotion. Now, most people, when they push it away from themselves, they find that the feeling begins to diminish. And if they bring the memory closer, they feel it more. So I want you to experiment this. Start pushing it into the distance, and then more distance. And once you've got this memory at a place where there's hardly any feeling in your body, what I would like you to do is run that memory from the start to the finish. And do that couple of times, and then run it backward. Like you start at the end and you go to the beginning. Run it backward and forward few times. Now what that does, your brain is trying to relearn, trying to understand, and you are doing this all for yourself. Your brain begin to understand that memory had been in the past, and there's no need to have any emotions with it. So what this means, you will still have the memory without the emotions, because you've learned how to distance it. Now this is a very good technique because you're teaching your brain something. Now the technique is called reconsolidation. And because what we are really doing is reconsolidating the memory differently. So all you do is you push it into the distance with the process that I was just talking about. And then you run the memory from the beginning to the end a couple of times or 3 times. Then you can run it backward a few times. And you can even change the color. If the memory is black and white, use your mind power to make it color. If it's color, make it black and white. And what that does, that totally reorganizes the memory without any emotions attached to it. Now that's one technique, and I'm going to share another technique with you as well. And what that is that you think of the memory, but do try to think of it as if the memory is at distance. Like as soon as you think of the memory, it's going to trigger something in you. You're going to start feeling all these emotions that you felt then, because you've thought about it so many times and you have kind of consolidated it. And that memory triggers just like that. And it will have trigger points as well. Maybe certain people will trigger it for you because you've thought about it so many times. So what I want you to do is, before you think of that memory and then just let go, think of something else. But I want you to think of something very funny. Maybe you can do it the other way around. Think of something very funny first, something that really makes you laugh. If you have to take your time, go ahead and find a memory, maybe a joke or something that really makes you laugh. It changes your emotional state. Now, I want you to sort of, keep that handy. Or you can begin by remember that joke. And when you are feeling funny or humorous, I want you to think about the other memory, which is traumatic. Because this is what's going to change the emotions in the other memory. And so just kind of, from funny to whatever that memory is. And then just have a break. Take a deep breath, maybe go for a walk for a few seconds and come back and do the same thing again. Think of the funny memory. Make sure that you are smiling, you can feel it. And then try to think about the tragic memory, that trauma you have had in your body for so long. And then again, stop after a minute or so, go for a walk, have a drink, come back, sit down, and do the same thing again. So doing it for 3 times, and when you come back on the 4th time, try to now this time run just the memory itself. And please believe me, you're going to find that a lot of the negative emotion, what was traumatic, what we call trauma, would have reduced a lot by now. For some people, it might be totally gone. For others, there'll be a lot there. And then all you have to do is just keep on doing the same thing. Same thing. At the end, you will not have any negative emotion. Believe me, and believe in the process. And this is called memory reconsolidation. This concept has been studied in labs and it really works. And I've shared with you 2 techniques today. Please give it a go. And if you'd like to have a session with me, get in touch with me. Send me a message. You can go to my website and I will do my best to connect with you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.